Hello friends, I already have made a lot of videos on agriculture income and NRIs. And in this video also I'm going to talk about agriculture income and NRI but on a different point of view. I'm going to talk about inheritance of agriculture land for NRIs, and there are certain cases, condition I'm going to discuss here which I come through when I do generally interact with my clients or I receive this kind of queries. So I thought better idea to make a video on that. So first thing first, can an NRI get a agricultural land as an inheritance? Yes, it is a proven fact. So if suppose you're NRI and might be your when your parents are not around, you inherit some agricultural land, you can hold it, and there is no you can say restriction on that. Now, some more question I'm going to discuss here. Some people ask me, sir, is possible that my parents, when they are alive, they can inherit that property to me? So basically, my question is no. The reason is basically the inheritance is a operation of law, okay, and it generally doesn't happen when somebody is alive. He can make a will, but even will is enforced when the person is not around. So the most important part, if you're trying to ask that can I hold a property now which my parents has bought, the answer is no. They can You can hold it when they are not there, but not in their lifetime. It's not possible. Second question, is it possible my parents to gift me agricultural land? No. Because you understand the inheritance happens because there is no option. When the people are not around, then as per law, somebody has to own that property, right? So that's why they are giving you, and they are giving you because it is not bought by you, it is inherited by you. Now, what can happen if they allow like gifting property by your parents? You can give them money, they can buy agricultural land, they can gift you. You're basically circumventing the law. The basic purpose of law, why they are not allowing NRIs to buy agricultural land, so that the agricultural land is very important. Like, right, it's a livelihood for lots of farmers. Now, lots of people who are NRI who has nothing to do with agriculture, if they buy agricultural land, they're basically going to buy for appreciation of price. Or if I say that in another way, this is just an investment for them. It is not a asset where they live on that asset. That's why the government of India wants that it should not become a matter of you can say speculation rather than a matter of livelihood. And if you somebody circumventing some or other way, it's basically they are defaulting the provisions, and then like FEMA, definitely whatever the penalties or other actions can be there, this can be initiated. So please, you are putting a lot of money, because here in India, even buying for agriculture land require a lot of money, and don't put that money and then your reputation, and then maybe you can be subject to a lot of actions, financial as well as legal. So why to buy a, you can say, problem instead of buying an asset? So I will request you that it should not be circumvented. So either way of gifting, and of course I told you, until the people are there, generally will also cannot be implemented. Wills are after somebody is not there, so that is also not possible. Now, another question, can I inherit agricultural land from my grandparents? Yes, of course. The inheritance is inheritance. If your grandparents are mentioning in their will that they want a piece of land, which is agricultural land, in your favor, nothing can stop it. You can still inherit. So, inheritance is not always about from your parents. Inheritance can be happening from anybody who is related, who mention your name in their will. Of course, generally it happens with the close relatives like your grandparents, maybe your uncle who don't have any children, they can write some inheritance in your name. It's possible, right? But it's not possible that somebody who don't know you and he out of somewhere writes a inheritance. So please don't increase like the understanding, or don't extra understand this law and just find out what is a loophole. This is not a loophole. So you cannot pay somebody money who is about to die and then say, okay, fine, make a will on me, a will for me, and I will inherit the agricultural land. This is not allowed. But yes, grandparents, maybe near on there, maybe your maternal side also provide agricultural land as inheritance. So anything which is coming out of inheritance from your close relatives is allowed. Grandparents are allowed, maternal grandparents are allowed. Your uncles, aunts, they can give you like in their will they can mention, and you can become a successor in the inheritance of agricultural land. Possible. So this is allowed. Now another question, can I receive an agricultural land by settlement? For if I tell you what is a settlement, basically when the family settle the assets, divide the assets, then there's a settlement agreement happens, and through that somebody can get agricultural land also. Is it possible as an NRI, if there is a settlement in the family, can I receive an agricultural land? So answer is it depends. If, see, this is a full and final settlement. For example, this is a final settlement happening between maybe your family. So till the time your parents are alive and they own the property, they need not to settle. Settlement generally happens when between the siblings. For example, there is joint property, and then it is owned by you and your siblings. So settlement can happen with you, or can happen with your father and their uncles. So that way of settlement, if you're a part of that, it is allowed. But the problem is here, if it's a ancestral property, your parents will first inherit and then they will forward to you. It's not possible that when your parents are alive, you directly inherit the property through the settlement, right? So through settlement, generally it comes to your father first, and then they can give you as per will, or you can inherit when they are not around. So in short, if I'm trying to say that if it's a joint property, you can be definitely part of joint property, but if the property is agriculture and coming through the ancestral property, then you should not be a part of that agriculture land. This is very much clear. Another way somebody can ask, so it's possible like I have HUF, Hindu undivided family. Can I get this agriculture land when this HUF is getting settled, right? So answer is it's operation of law, not inheritance. So what is my understanding? Again, I'm saying it's my understanding. What is allowed is an inheritance mode, not operation of law. Like you are in a partnership, for example, before you left the country, you are in partnership with other person, and the both person bought some agriculture land. Now the agriculture land is like the partnership is getting dissolved. Can you get the agriculture land legally? If you say yes, you should get because you're a partner. But the problem is once you're an NRI, you cannot own it. So what you can simply say that case, you can sell the agriculture land and you can own the money. That's possible, but you cannot hold the agriculture land. Same case, if HU is getting settled, you can ask to sell your part and give you the money instead of holding a agriculture land. Only it is allowed to hold when it is coming through the inheritance. Now, inheritance and operation of law is a two different thing. So, operation of law is where something is settled, something is dissolved, and then the asset is distributed. So, there are two way of distributing asset. Once you give the asset, second you sell and give the money. So, you can prefer that time that being an NRI, I will not able to hold agriculture land. So, better the asset should be sold, disposed, and the money should be given to me. It's possible the other partner or other member can fund, and then they can keep the agriculture land and give you the money in return of that. So that is my holding, that yes, as per succession you can hold agriculture land, but other mode of operation of law you should avoid it, because it is still possible that people can or authority can take a different view, different stand, and you can get into unnecessary assets. So that's all in this video, friends. If you have more question on agriculture land and the NRIs, you can put your question in the comment section. Either me or my team will come back and reply on this. Thank you. Have a nice day.